you got the best audio. You might have to lay down some more.
Sounds good. All right, guys. Sorry about this, man.
All right, we're live. We are live.
We're live.
Nicole Coates was the last one in last week. This week, she's the first one in. She's the first one in.
I'm trying to get her fix on. I ain't mad at her.
Hey,
Always making
sister.
sure
Yeah.
we don't drag. Hey, Nicole, thank you for checking in. Thank you for being the first one to check in. Um, she is making sure that she's not gonna get dragged. What's up, Anna? Anna Jani. I got your name, Jani. Checking in from YouTube. Thanks to everyone checking in on YouTube.
Thank you.
I always say Twitter, X, and Facebook.
Facebook, yeah. YouTube.
So, well, first of all, we have to say, Kevin, we're glad you're doing okay. Kevin had
Yes.
surgery on his eye.
Successful surgery, yes.
This is
Yes.
what happens when you don't listen to your girlfriend. You get whacked in the face.
Yeah. That's funny. You know they say if you masturbate too much, you go blind. So
No,
So that's what happened. I knew it was
that's
something.
it. That's
And you gotta lay on your belly now and recuperate.
I would be.
Can't touch nothing.
I'd been blind by the time I was 16 if that was the case.
But we're happy you're doing better.
I'm not doing good. I'm laying on my stomach for 16 hours a day with sunshades on, and I can't see shit. And that's why I'm not visual, because I really wouldn't be able to see you guys. I mean, I'm alive. I'm thankful. The surgery was successful. The doctors were smart. The surgery was amazing, and the hospital people were amazing. And I'm still here, so I'm thankful. I don't mean to say it like that. I'm very thankful to be alive. But yeah, it's rough. It is rough not having your vision. And it's just for a few weeks. My vision will be back. Next time we do this show next week, most likely I'll have enough vision to do the show, live. But yeah, it's hard not being able to see. It's like going to the toilet and you can't see your penis. It's really rough.
You know what? You better feel your way through.
I did. And my aim is good. I didn't get the toilet seat. All right. So anyway.
Okay. So the person Anna, that's Donna, or one of our regulars. She's watching from her daughter's phone.
Oh, cool.
Okay, that's how you do it, Bo. Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Kevin, why do you need to lay on your face? Why you need to lay on stomach though? Why? What's
I had a detached retina, and the retina they put this thing in your eye, in the back of your eye. It's like a gas. It's called a gas bubble. I watched some YouTube videos on it. It's a gas bubble, and the gas bubble is basically the same as a cast. Like say you broke your arm, they put a cast on your arm. The cast is put on your arm to hold your arm in place till the bone heals. Well, the gas bubble is put in my eye to because they did laser surgery on me. So the gas bubble was put into my eye to hold the retina in place till it healed.
Okay.
So the gas bubble lasts for 2 weeks. So in order for the gas bubble to really be effective, it has to stay in place. And the best way for it to stay in place is for you to lay on your stomach with your face down. Because if you stand up, it moves. And if you lay on your back, it's definitely going to move. So you have to sleep on your stomach. You have to basically spend 16 to 18 hours a day laying on your stomach. They give you this pillow to lay in, and your face is in this pillow basically for like 16. And I'll show you guys the pillow when I get back on the show, and you can see me. This pillow, you lay your face in this foam pillow for basically 16 to 18 hours a day. You're allowed to get up like I lay for 45 minutes. I get up for 15 minutes, eat, drink, go to the bathroom, whatever, and then go lay back down again. You just can't spend too much time upright because that gas bubble moves. They got to do the surgery all over again because you screwed it up.
No, and you
don't want to go through that again. You don't want to go through that again. Trust me. I mean, the surgery was smooth, but you don't want to go through the anesthesia and all that stuff again.
You better lay on your belly.
I've been
That's
laying
what
on my belly like crazy. And
yeah,
every
you
bone in my
better.
body hurts. You're not meant to lay on your belly. Just gonna tell you that. That shit hurts.
I know, but it's just for 2 weeks, and we want to give a shout out to your support system. You know your lady, your family, because I know that's a lot. That's a lot to have to deal with, and to making sure that you're okay. So shout out to your support system.
Patricia has been amazing. I mean, just
Yes,
amazing. Just taking me to the doctor, taking me
that's
to the
what.
hospital. She was there
Yeah.
doing the surgery.
Yes.
I mean, she's basically, I'm gonna be honest with you. Make this real quickly so we get on with the show. We were walking to the car the other day, and she carried me by the arm, and
Oh.
I said to her, I said, "This is almost like you taking me to my piano." Because you ever see the pictures of people taking Stevie Wonder to his piano? That was the same thing. I can't see. I'm freaking blind. I mean, it's not even.
Right. So she
I
had to
mean,
guide you.
she had to guide me to the car. I can't see. We're driving down the road. I said, "It's a nice day today, isn't it?" She said, "It's beautiful out." I couldn't see all the
Right.
way from Westchester County back to my house. I can't see. Um, I just can't see.
It's a whole appreciation
I
for
can't imagine
sight.
how. I was telling my sister earlier. We were talking on the phone. I said, I don't imagine. I mean, Stevie Wonder has been blind since he was 7 years old, and Ray Charles, he was born blind. So those are the most famous blind people in America, right? That we know. I was like, I don't know how they don't know what it's like to have sight. So they're used to not having sight, I guess, because they never really had sight. But a person like me who had sight for 59 years, if I was to lose my vision, it would be even harder than being born blind, because
You're so
it's
used
just,
to having it,
I'm
right?
so used to seeing TV and seeing, you know, TikTok and Instagram and seeing YouTube every
Look.
you can't see shit. I can't drive my car. I can't do anything. I don't know what color underwear I have on right now.
You know what, Carl? You know what? We do not own the rights to this content. This is fair use only. Please like and subscribe and share and tell someone.
Hey, Patricia, this would be a good time to sneak in the side guy.
That's
Word.
that's funny. Oh, she tried to put lipstick on me the other day, talking about do I want some chapstick? It was lipstick. Yeah, she got
That's
me.
wrong.
Yeah, so I don't even know. Yeah, so you ever see people online making fun of Stevie Wonder, like how he's dressing and stuff? He don't even know what he's wearing. So he depends on people to dress him, look nice. But sometimes they dress him and he don't look nice, but he don't know it. And people clown on him online, going, "Look at Stevie Wonder wearing that messed up suit." But
You
you
know
depend on people to put your clothes together when you're blind. Mine's temporary situation. My retina would be back. The famous boxer Sugar Ray Leonard had a detached retina back in the '80s. He fought Tommy Hearns in the championship fight, and he had his retina detached, and he had the surgery. That's the first time it really became a public thing about the detached retina was when
and he
Ray
had to
Leonard,
lay on his belly too.
Sugar Ray Leonard, had to lay on his belly back in the '80s. So yeah. So anyway, but he's living a normal, fine life now,
And you're
and
gonna be fine too. You're gonna be
I'll be
fine. Just
fine.
stay
Yeah,
in
I
your
just go
belly.
follow the doctor's orders. I'll be fine. Yes. All right, guys, let's get this.
You better hope any no gay burglars break into your house.
You know what?
That's funny. Hey, Carl.
Yeah,
I'm writing jokes about this for the stage. So I'm gonna have to steal that gay burglar joke.
Word. I'm done.
That's in the show, Nick. That when I get back on stage. By the way, I had to cancel all my shows
yeah.
for July. I was supposed to be actually right now in the state of Florida.
Oh,
Well, no, last night I was supposed to perform in Staten Island. I was supposed to be at the Looney Bin Comedy Club in Staten Island last night, and then I was supposed to be leaving for Florida tomorrow. So all my July dates have
Party
been canceled.
done. You
I ain't going
can't
to
do
Florida.
nothing.
It's all done. I'm home. I'm resting my body,
yeah.
taking care of my
Relax.
health, getting my sight back.
Health is wealth.
You better believe it, because I'd rather be broke with my eyes than rich with no eyes. And that's the
And now
truth.
we about this we have to talk about. I can't wait to talk about this. Come on, Carl. Let's
We're
go.
gonna get into it. Want to shout out to Catherine Tobias who just checked in on YouTube. Shout out
That's my mommy.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
hi,
you. She's
Mom.
sending love. Hey, mommy.
That's
I
my
hope.
mommy.
Hey, mom. She's sending love to her son.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my mommy. Okay.
That's
I
one.
hope she ain't hear the masturbating thing. Okay. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right.
Ah, So we got today hit. So we all saw the debate. Well, hopefully we all saw the debate, and we saw Donald Trump talk about black jobs and also mention Latino jobs. And we're gonna get into it, but we all know what he meant. He meant low paying, the jobs nobody else wants. We're gonna talk about that. There's a white couple. I don't know exactly where they are, but they adopted some black kids and they had them as slaves.
I'm not surprised.
So there's a white Trump supporter that defends slavery. She said that we got clothing, we got food, and she can't understand why we weren't happy.
Wow.
And anything else, blackity black, as we always say on this show. There's also something I saw, a black man by the name of Marcellus Williams, who's on death row. The prosecutor said he's innocent because the DNA doesn't match, but the judge is still going forward with his execution date. So
wow.
There's a petition on TikTok.
You know why they doing that too? Because if they say that they didn't do it, that he didn't do it, and find out all the evidence, they have to pay him. They have to pay him, so they're not going to do it. They'd rather him.
So they rather kill him?
Yeah, they'd rather kill him. Yeah, that's a part of the game. That's how I feel. This is my opinion.
Paul and Tiffany.
I think they would rather kill him, man.
I listen to a show that comes on every Wednesday on Urban View Radio on Sirius XM. It's called, well, the host is Clay Kane, a very deep brother. You ever get a chance to listen to Clay Kane, but he does a series on his show called Exonerated. And every week he gets a brother on there who has been wrongly accused of a crime, spent years in jail, and now they're exonerated. He started this series over a year ago. And he said when he did this series, he didn't realize a year later, he still would be interviewing people that are black men who are exonerated for crimes they didn't do. He is shocked that a year later, all these people are coming forward telling their stories about, being exonerated for crimes they didn't do. And all these people have spent years in jail for crimes they haven't done. That is very scary that black men at this point, now by the hundreds, have spent years in jails for crimes that they have in prison for crimes they haven't done. That means anybody could be taken off the street by police and accused for a crime. That's what that means, because these are legit cases of guys who are now, because of DNA or wrongly accused because of all white jurors and stuff like that. These men are innocent. Every week he does a new exoneree on his show. And he said, I cannot believe after a year, I'm still interviewing exonerees on my show. I thought I would run out. And he hasn't run out. And that's freaking scary if you think about it.
It's many of them.
And now that you mention that, we're going to kick it off with our theme song soon. But now that you mention that, Kevin, it kind of boggles my mind how people like what's his name? The actor, who says he detests Black History Month.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. Yeah, how could he?
He's still talking about it?
Yes, he is. He brought it up again this year.
You see now, he got dementia.
No, he doesn't. He's just ignorant. He's
wrong with him, because if he's still talking about that now,
he's doubling down.
And you still is disrespecting your people and not thinking that that's going to bother us. I don't even want to hear his voice no more. You know how he's supposed to be the voice of God. I don't want to hear him no more.
$400 million can make you crazy. Yeah. That's his net worth.
Make you crazy.
That's his net worth. That's his net worth. $400 million.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, we're gonna kick it off, and we're gonna come back, and we're gonna show everyone what black jobs are.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We giving you empathy. We gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families and just about everybody. It's killing people. They can't buy groceries anymore. They can't. You look at the cost of food where it's doubled and tripled and quadrupled. They can't live. They're not living anymore. He caused this inflation. I gave him a country with essentially no inflation. It was perfect. It was so good. All he had to do is leave it alone. He destroyed it with his Green New scam and all this money that's being thrown out the window. He caused inflation. As sure as you're sitting there, the fact is that his big kill on the black people is the millions of people that he's allowed to come in through the border. They're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're going to see something that's going to be the worst in our history.
Thank you. President Biden?
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment. He decimated the economy, absolutely decimated the economy. That's why there was no inflation at the time. There were no jobs. We provided thousands of millions of jobs for individuals who are in all communities, including minority communities. We made sure that they have health insurance. We have covered, the ACA has increased. I made sure that they're $8,000 per person in a family to get written off for health care. But this guy wants to eliminate that. They tried 50 times. He wants to get rid of the ACA again, and they're going to try again if they win. You find ourselves in a position where the idea that we're not doing anything, we put more police on the street than any administration has. He wants to cut the cops. We're providing for equity and making sure people have a shot to make it. There's a lot going on, but in inflation, he caused it by his tremendous malfeasance in the way he handled the pandemic.
They're taking black jobs.
Wait a minute, did Trump say the black jobs? They taking the black, who is they? They. Can I get an application? I need to get hired on with the black jobs. How much they paying for the black jobs? I never heard of them. Nobody, y'all black people ain't told nobody about the black jobs. Man, God, what's wrong with y'all, black people? There are black jobs out there that they taking. The black jobs. Let me know. Hello? Anybody know where the black jobs are? Hello? The black jobs. Yeah.
All here in the operating room doing our black jobs. Doc, how does it feel to do a black job?
Excellent.
What do you do in the OR?
OR nurse. OR nurse.
Brett? Skills check.
Anesthesiologist.
Yeah, don't get it twisted.
I love my black job, David, PA.
I love my black job, orthopedic surgeon.
I love my black job, surgical tech, Willis.
I love my black job.
I love my black job, Brett.
I love my black job, OR nurse. I love my black job, OR nurse.
I gonna sugarcoat shit just because my skin black. You know, most of the people my color who love Trump feel like he gave us money.
The economy was better when Trump was president.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. I'm undecided.
You know,
I
I
voted for Biden last time, but this time I'm kind of undecided.
Because, one thing about Trump, he let a lot of black motherfuckers out of jail.
Who wants to go first?
Tiff, you can go first.
Why? Why would y'all do this to me?
Okay, I'll go first. I don't care.
Okay. First of all, when you told us that we was going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I didn't get to see the debate because I was in Texas.
Okay.
And Dallas, Texas, at the bar with nothing but white men. Can y'all imagine that?
No, I can't imagine that. That's shocking to me.
I'm looking, and what white guy turned around and looked at me. He said it looked like two senior citizens fighting at the nursing home. I said I feel the same way too, right? And I couldn't even hear, so a lot of the things that was going on. I'm gonna be honest with you. Biden is more. He has more experience than Trump will ever have in politics. That's why I will probably vote more for him than anything before I will vote for anybody. Trump took his time to insult Biden every chance he could do. And not one time did he answer the question properly. I'm sorry. Trump is too much. I don't know. I think he needs to go on tour and do comedy because he's funny. He actually had me cracking up with the things that he was saying because I couldn't believe it. And we sit here and we watch it. Biden. Listen, Biden is kind of slow, y'all. But Biden is not dumb. He might need a crutch or a cane, but he's not dumb. He knows what's going on. He knows the political system. Trump doesn't know it. Trump doesn't know it. And like I said, I didn't like his negativity. He didn't make me feel warm and fuzzy. And then the black jobs joke. Now, they're going to run with that. First of all of us black people know what that man was really saying. You understand what I'm saying? He's talking about the immigrants coming here. They're getting the low wage jobs that they know that we're not going to do anymore. We're not doing that. We done picked our cotton. We already still picking cotton in Carnita. We still doing stuff. But no, I didn't get the black jobs things, but I understand what everybody said. We can do anything. We black people. We can be doctors, lawyers, presidents. We can do everything. So I'm not stressing the black jobs thing. It was funny. I couldn't believe it when he said it. He was like, they taking the black jobs.
Well, the black jobs thing, I don't think he meant to be funny, Tip. It was blatant racism. It's underlying racism. And that's how people like him feel about black people. He think we're not qualified to be on his level. And that's why he was so upset about Barack Obama becoming president, because in his eyes, we're not presidents. In his eyes, we're not doctors, lawyers, airplane pilots. We're not. We don't run businesses. We're not. He thinks of us as people who, clean his house, his mansions. Open his
And
car
he's
doors.
not the only one that feels like that either. But why should we even stress?
Well, because he wants to be. The reason we're stressing because he is 18 weeks away from becoming the most powerful man in the world. Is a possibility, right? So
Right.
we're stressing because he has a lot of power. He has power to take away. He has the power to help put a lot of black people in the positions that he thinks are those people. Like Carl showed that clip of the doctors and the anesthesia. All these people doing high tech jobs and making good money. All the people in their hospital, they're making good money doing those jobs. They go to school for those jobs, college for those jobs. So yeah, my niece is a lawyer. So we have people that do other jobs than what he think that we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to just work
So
at the
that's what I
yeah. He thinks we're supposed to just work at the car wash and do these.
No, I think that's the system. Period. Remember, not to cut you off, kid. They teach us how to be garbage men, low paying jobs. You understand? They teach us that, but we take it to the next level. And like we said, we be doctors, lawyers. We understand architects. We can do anything that we put our mind to. That's why I feel like I don't think that my personal opinion. I don't like his attitude in anybody's shit. Like I said, like you said, if we had to pick Biden with an IV and a coma,
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm picking him because Trump is insulting. Not one time, like he didn't really take a lot of things seriously. But I'm gonna tell you this. We must listen to the hidden messages because they're telling us little stuff in between they arguing about what is really going on in this world. So my thing is I hope people really pay attention because I don't know, I'm not feeling Trump. I'm sorry.
Here's the problem, Tiff. Let me say this
I'm not feeling
quickly.
him.
Here's the problem. First of all, They fact checked him. He told 37 big ass lies during that 90-minute debate.
That's why I said I can't pick
But
him. He's retarded.
the problem was Biden wasn't
Excuse me.
coherent enough to check him on those lies. So Biden
Oh,
dropped
yes,
the
he
ball.
was. Yes,
He
he
dropped the
was.
ball because one of the biggest things the Democrats have going for them right now is Wade versus Roe, right? And
Worried
Roe,
about women's bodies. You talking about that one?
Roe versus Wade is one of the biggest things that women right now are pissed off at Republicans. Biden needs to play that up. He didn't play his strengths. When they asked him a question on that, he fumbled it. I'm all for Biden. I'm riding with Biden. I'm getting a T-shirt made. Riding with Biden. I'm down for that. And I understand, being a president is a team. Biden ain't the only one in that office. He's in the Oval Office, but he got a vice president next door. He has aides.
Okay.
He has other people that's helping him run this country. He's not running it by himself. So there's a team. He's at the top of the team, but there's a team around him. So it's just everybody go, oh, Biden, he can't talk. Well, he has a team around him.
He's 100 years old.
Kamala Harris, yeah, exactly. Hopefully, yeah, exactly. He's an old man.
He's an older man.
And to be honest with you, I would like to see a younger person in that seat, not just because of Biden, just period. I think there should be an age limit on the president.
Yes,
and I told you guys on this show before, the reason there isn't because our forefathers, they didn't live to be old anyway. Because back in those days, those guys didn't live to be past 70 years old. Most of them died in their 50s and 60s. That was old age. You lived to be 70, 150 years ago, you were blessed. You know what I'm saying? So most people didn't live to be 70. So when they made the Constitution, they made up all these rules, Tiffany, they didn't even question the age thing because, like I said, they didn't realize that 150 years, 200 years later, people would live to be that long. So they never even put that into their thinking about. So now we have people like Ronald Reagan, who was president when he was old, and Biden and all these people. They didn't even.
Too old.
I believe they are, and
they too old. But I vote for Biden first any day, up and down.
We know this. I can tell you this, and I ain't God. Biden, if he does win in November, he's going to step down and hand it over to Kamala Harris. And as I said on the show 1,000 times, I'll say it 1,001 times. That's the problem. These folks do not want to see this black woman become president of the United States. And because Biden is not going to be able to serve 4 more years as president. I'm not saying he's going to pass away.
No,
it's a possibility he might. But I'm just saying his body is not going to hold up for 4 more years. Yeah, he don't have 4 more years in his body. But
he's funny though. He's fun. He's funny. Did you hear him tell Trump he's full of shit? Well, he said he said something. But he told him he was full.
Oh yeah, of course. He knows. He knows Trump. Everybody knows Trump is full of shit.
Yeah, he's full of it.
But his base doesn't care. His base is not voting for him because they're not voting for him, Tiffany and Carl, because he's smart, intelligent, and they believe all the BS. They're voting for him because he stands for white supremacy. And the color, the coloring of America scares the shit out of the MAGA base. They're not ready for a brown president. They're not ready for these people coming across the border, as Trump brought that up 1,000 times in 90 minutes. But these people, I had a clementine today. It was a small orange, right? You know who picked that? Not my next door neighbor, not your next door neighbor,
I didn't like that. How did you see that call? How he kept saying immigrants is killing people all over the place. And I'm saying to myself, where is your statistics? Where is your papers? Where you need to show me evidence that they are doing all of this, because you're over exaggerating. I don't think they just coming over here to kill people. I know that people need help. People need assistance. You understand? Especially if their country is not doing good. But I don't think they're coming over. The way he was saying is like they out
They're
here
not.
killing.
You're absolutely right. They're coming here to work. Let me tell you something real quickly, guys. Let me say something.
Bad.
Let me say this. We imprison more people in this country than any other civilized nation civilized country in this world, right? The United States of America has more people in prison than any other civilized nation on the planet. Our prison system is overcrowded with
Yes, it is, because they
black
make money
black
off of
people,
us.
white people, Hispanic people. I mean, but it's not full with illegal immigrants. It's full with people that was born in this country that has committed murders and rapes and robberies and all sorts of other crimes, right? So these prisons are full with people that were born on this soil here.
Right.
So Trump acting like these people coming across the border are so bad, like we're so good. Like Americans here are freaking bad as shit. Our prisons are overcrowded all over this country
Where our people
with people born in this land. Murderers, rapers, everything you could think of under the sun. You know, so why
I
he
thought
acting
that
like,
was harsh too. I didn't like that. Like he would make people look at you and be and hate you, and like he pointed his finger at Biden. It's you. I'm talking about the veterans, and you said this and you said that. You should have saw Biden, and that was another thing. The facial expressions
yeah,
was amazing. Did y'all see those facial expressions? The way Biden was looking at him like, you are crazy and you're a liar. And I'm saying to myself, he's right. Biden,
but
he might be slow, but he's right.
well,
You
what they Biden did articulate and Trump didn't. Biden always said America was great, America's strong, and we can do anything. Trump in 90 minutes said nothing positive about the United States of America. Not one time did he say this is a great country, this is a great place to live, we are great citizens. He never said nothing great about nobody but himself. All he did was compliment himself for 90 minutes. Biden said a lot of nice things about this country. Look, America has its problems. We know that. We talk about it every week on this show. But I don't think nobody on this panel will want to live anywhere else right now. We wouldn't be here, right?
Nobody's
So,
perfect.
So Scooby D2, one of our favorite YouTubers. I don't get this dislike for Kamala Harris. He said he said everybody I asked says she's bad. And their opinion is based on and their opinion isn't based on sex or skin color. What is so bad about Kamala Harris?
oh, hold on. Let me answer that real quickly, Scooby. So Kamala Harris is bad, but a guy with 34 counts, a guy who was found liable for sexual assault, a guy who tried to overthrow the government, who had people attack police officers and beat them up, and all the other, a guy who the Central Park Five, who put out an ad for 5 innocent black people to be killed, executed. I mean, a guy who didn't rent to black people in his apartments in New York City. So this guy is good, but we're gonna sit here and say that Kamala Harris, who hurt nobody, has hurt nobody, and a lot of I understand in California, and we had Information Man on our show before, and I don't think he's a big fan of her because he said she did a lot of bad things in California. But for my research, she locked up a lot of drug dealers and murderers who just happen to be black men.
Okay.
But if you're a drug dealer and a murderer, your ass belongs in jail. I don't give a fuck what your skin color is. And I hate to come like that, but I'm being honest right now. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of us beating up on Kamala Harris. Like, why does she have to be perfect, but Trump don't have to be perfect? Why does she have to be perfect, but Bill Clinton don't have to be perfect? Ronald Reagan don't have to be perfect. John Kennedy don't have to be perfect. Bush 1 and 2 didn't have to be perfect. Barack Obama didn't have to be perfect. Well, he had to be perfect.
I don't think it's that, Kev.
What?
I think it's so much more than. First of all, I didn't know nothing about this lady. This Kamala Harris is our vice president. I didn't know anything about her until they put her out there as a black woman. You understand? Because to be honest with you, if you listen to people that have been knowing her who have worked with her, she never considered herself as a black woman. She considered herself as a Caucasian woman. She's married to a white man. So that's probably why people felt like for us, for some people, not
Hey,
all,
Tiffany, I'm gonna
in the
push back on that.
community, like
Tiffany,
we
I'm
didn't
gonna
see her do for
Tiffany,
us.
Tiffany, I'm gonna push back on that. Where on the record in God's green earth have you heard Kamala Harris say she's not a woman of color? First of all, she went to HBCU. She went to Howard University.
Right.
She had black boyfriends before she married a white man.
Oh yeah,
She date,
that's
she
the
date
story.
Montel Williams, the television star guy,
Hmm.
for a year.
Yeah.
She had a lot of black boyfriends before she had married this white man. I mean, I'm not gonna hold it against her because she has a white husband. She's dated lots of black men before she married a white man. So
This is what they're
I don't know.
portraying of
This
her. This is what they're portraying
but
of
that
her
didn't
and
start
what
just
I
they didn't
have got. And
I got
also
that.
and
But that
also
didn't
she's an
start until
Indian, I think she's Indian and Jamaican or something like that.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
In
So
Jamaica.
you have a lot of them, perpetrating the fraud. Look at Nikki Haley and all these different people, and then they're trying to preach this propaganda of the whites, how white people feel. That makes you upset. So my thing is, I haven't saw her do a lot for it. You said a lot of vice presidents don't do a lot of things. They
They
stay to the
don't.
back and they
They
do
don't.
what they have to do behind the scenes. But
That's what
I
they
would have
do.
thought she would have did a little bit more. But
It's
you
not her
know,
job. She's a vice president. She's a vice president. Now, when she becomes a president, that's a different story. You can hold her accountable. But she's a vice president.
oh, okay. So when she's the president,
She has a
we hold
job
her
title.
accountable.
She has a job title as a vice president. Her job title is not to pass legislation. Her job title, I mean, everybody can go Google it. What look, all I'm saying is that you can't say Donald Trump is good enough to be the president of the United States, and he's
Oh no,
already
he's
been that.
not. He's not.
But and then we're gonna hold Kamala Harris to the
He's
feet to the
too
fire
much.
for any mistake she might have made as a human being. You know, I call him bullshit on that. That's all I'm
I
saying.
still pick her anyway. I'm not worried about. I still would
You
pick
know,
them too anyway, regardless.
and
Cause
then Biden
I
steps
want
down.
somebody that know what they doing.
These fools are worried about Biden stepping down and she becoming the first
I
woman of
believe that
color
too.
being
And I
president.
don't even think it's a color thing. I think it's a
Because
woman thing.
somebody said something. Yeah, it is a woman thing. Because
It's a woman
they
thing.
didn't want Hillary. They don't care if she's white or black. Men in
Yeah,
this
it's a
country do
woman
not
thing.
want a woman president.
Yeah.
America is not ready for a woman. They wasn't ready for a black man president, but Barack snuck in for 8 years, and that drove them crazy. That's why we have Trump. Because if Barack Obama was never president, we wouldn't have Trump. We all know this, right? We say this all the time on this show. Trump would never be president. We'd be looking at George Bush's brother. What's his name? Goofy ass name he got. What's George's brother that ran and Trump beat him?
I forgot his name.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
See, you don't even remember the name.
He got a funny country name, but he would be the president probably. They wouldn't have, Trump won because
Was
Trump
it
came to,
Jeb Bush?
yeah, Jed, something like that.
Okay.
Trump came down the escalator and said Mexicans are murderers and rapists,
I don't
and
like that. I don't like that.
Barack Obama was not born in this country, and he's a Muslim, and all of this stuff. And white people took that and ran with it and lost their freaking mind because this man and his family lived in the White House for 8 years.
That's what
why
I don't like, because a lot of people that's ignorant is gonna run with what Trump was pushing out there. I was I'm telling you, I was like, wow. I said, I didn't even last a whole hour and 35 minutes. I think I lasted like 25, 30 minutes and I was done. I think that to be honest with you, I think that Biden shouldn't even did the debate. Trump is not even on his level. You understand? Biden is here. Trump is here, especially when it's dealing with politics.
But you know why Trump? I mean, we sit here and we talk about Trump, but the reason Trump is where he is because America is full of hateful people. And
what the deal? What did Dale Hughley say, Carl?
What?
And you go back to your point at this. I just want to make this. But I forget. Dale Hughley said Barack Obama is what America aspired to be. Trump is who we are.
Yeah.
I believe it. And it's sad.
I'm sorry, Carl. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but this is why, I mean, we can try to debate why Trump's ahead, but America is full of hateful people, and they love being hateful. They love to hate.
Yeah, they do.
Being hateful. You know what I mean? We've seen the pictures of people being lynched and people smiling and people having a fun. And name me anybody watching this show. Name me another group of people that you can see committing atrocities like hate and smiling. Name me a group. Have you ever seen a group of black people harming anyone and anybody smiling? When Reginald Denny was being hit with that brick, and didn't black people come to his aid and stop him, from stop the other black people from attacking?
Yep.
So you got to remember when Columbus brought the people from Spain to America, Queen Isabella said, "I'm not going to give you my best citizens. I'm going to give you the worst of the worst." So they were murderers, rapists.
And that's the DNA of America.
Thank you, Tiffany. So that's what Tiffany said is the DNA of America. She gave Columbus the worst of the worst. If I'm going to lose people with you in that ship where I don't know where it's going, because once it disappears past the horizon, we don't know what's going on. So I'm not going to give you my best. Take these ragamuffins, right?
So
go. So that's what we're in right now.
So the late great Joe Madison said this. See, here's the deal with Kamala Harris, right? Kamala Harris, and Biden probably understands this because he's an old white man. He knows, and I heard somebody say this the other day on the radio, and they're correct. Kamala Harris probably cannot beat Trump at the ballot in November because America is too racist. And it's not just Republican. Kamala Harris was to become the nominee right now. If Biden says, "I'm going to step down and become," and Kamala Harris becomes the nominee, millions of people will vote for her. She will energize the base.
They need each other.
But here's the problem.
Like ebony and ivory.
But here's the deal, Tiffany. As Joe Madison pointed out, there's a lot of Democrats that will turn and vote for Trump because they don't want to see a black woman either. Her own party will sneak into the ballot box and pull the lever for Trump because there's white women, that Democrats that would be jealous, don't want to see a black woman president. And there's white men that are Democrats that don't want to see her become president. So she'll be battling both parties, not only the MAGA Republicans, but she'll be secretly battling her own party inside hatred. Don't act like Democrats ain't got no hatred either, right? So they do. So she got,
I think her beating
Trump in November will be hard, right? Yeah. So Biden knows this. That's why he wants to get over the finish line so he can pass her the torch. Now,
I don't even think he should have debated with him. He
called for the debate too. Yeah, it was him, the one that called for the debate, and he went up there and dropped the ball.
Biden or Trump?
No, Biden called for that debate. They never had debate.
For the debate.
He was the one that called for the debate, and CNN said we'll honor it. So yeah, Biden called for the debate, and Trump accepted. So this was Biden's idea.
He did better in the debate. I'm sorry. People said he was slow. I don't care. He did a whole lot better than.
Well, he spoke policy when he was able to get it out.
Yes, he did. He did.
And he told the truth when he was able to get it out. Everything Trump was more able to talk better and more energized, but everything that came out of his freaking red pie hole was a freaking lie.
Yeah, it was a lie, and it was very insulting.
He's a disgusting man. He's a disgusting clown, man. He's a disgusting, and he wants to take care of women, take women rights away. He wants to put more conservative judges on the. And see, that's the problem. That's what a lot of people don't understand. People go, "Oh, Kamala Harris sucks. Biden can't talk." Blah, blah, blah. What you don't understand is that Trump is going to put these conservative, racist white judges on the bench. And once they get there, they're the ones who pass all these laws that say, okay, it's right. It's okay to have slavery. It's okay to send all people back out of this country. People don't realize how close we are to going back to the 60s and the 50s. If Trump gets back in, it's a chance because he's being used as a puppet. He's too stupid to know that. Because what's that clown going to jail tomorrow for 4 months? Trump's boy going to jail tomorrow for 4 months. Bannon, Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
Oh,
These
they
guys,
locking Steve Bannon up. You
he got 4 months in jail. These guys are cold-blooded, hardcore racists, right-wing thinking people. They're evil, and they want white men to rule this world forever. And they got a plan. And they're just using Trump's dumbass
I
as a
believe it.
puppet, And he's too dumb to know he's being used as a puppet. And Putin's doing the same thing. Putin's using him as a puppet, and he's too dumb to know that Putin's using him. Because
And I'm not even into this politics
they
stuff.
want him to they want Trump to be president because they know they can take advantage of him. If this guy gets in, we're gonna be in a world of hurt. So Scooby Doo 2, I know I screwed your
You
name
really
up.
think so? You think that they'll take advantage? Like, I'm thinking like,
Man,
health wise.
we already took, they already took they already changed the Roe versus Wade thing. They already took that out. They're gonna pass laws that are gonna hurt black people so bad. They're gonna pass laws that are gonna hurt black people and Hispanic people and minorities so bad that your head's gonna spin. They're gonna
Biden
get rid of,
talked about that
people.
too.
People have Medicare, that go get help at the hospital when they need it. That's gonna be erased. The Republicans want to get rid of all of that shit. And people,
It's sad because first of all, do you know the whole southern area? They don't even they don't give Medicaid to middle-aged people. They need help down there. They need Medicaid. They need services, and they're not doing it. So that's what I'm saying. They're not talking about things like that. And then when they was asking him questions, the only person that was answering the questions correctly was Biden, but he was just slow turtle. You understand what I'm saying? But he was answering them. He was just slow turtle. But then you have Trump over here showing out, and I'm.
because Trump says, "I love the poorly educated," because a lot of people that's voting for him, he has two types of people that vote for him: those who vote against their own interests, because who's the president? Was it
You said poorly and uneducated.
Trump said, "I like the poorly
Yes,
uneducated." Yeah, he said
it's
that.
true.
He said
It's
that
true.
publicly. And then who's the guy that said, was it Hoover or not J. Edgar Hoover that said, well, I think it was J. Edgar who says that, I can't forget the quote about picking your pocket. You heard that before, Carl? A white man, I can't think of the quote right now, but it's basically saying that, I can't think of the quote. I'm sorry. I feel like Biden right now, forgetting everything I need to say.
You getting the Mitch McConnell.
I'm getting the Mitch McConnell right now. It's a very good quote. I'll think of it before the show's up. But yeah. So anyway, these people are crazy, man. They're voting against their own interests, just like the Obamacare down in Kentucky. All those people down there were on Obamacare. And Trump said, "Oh, I'm going to get rid of Obamacare and give you guys something better." To all those people,
That's the only
poor
thing
white
that
people down,
scares me.
poor white
Is
people
a
down
lot
there.
of
Poor
a
white people
lot
go,
of
"Well, I don't
ignorant
want it.
people still
Obama's name
voting.
on it. I don't want it because Obama's name on it." So they got rid of it because they didn't want health insurance with Obama's name on it because they're that racist. So they got rid of their health insurance. Trump promised them new health insurance when he got in. And guess what? He got in, he gave them nothing. So now they had no health insurance. All because they're that damn racist that they
But
didn't
they're
want.
not going to talk about that, and that's so bug. They're not going to talk about that.
That's why we're here.
So Highly Flavored, what's up, Highly Flavored? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is all right on your end, babe. She said Hispanics and others will be fine. It's the black people specifically. Yeah, because Hispanics, they got the complexion for the protection.
True.
So they slide
And
right
it's
in. You can slide right in.
talk another language too.
Most Cubans who consider themselves white, the Cubans.
Yes, that's
Well,
in Florida,
a
Miami.
lot of them are voting for Trump anyway. A lot of Hispanics are
Yes.
Trump supporters because they think they do the same thing that most foreigners do when they come to this country. They look around and they go, "Wait a minute, do we want to be part of the black community or we want to be part of the
Nope,
white
they
community?"
like the white life. They're gonna
Yeah, they're right.
pass.
They're like, "Wait a minute, do we go with the brothers over here that are struggling or do we go?" No, hell no. So they don't want to be even communicated with us. So most of them are voting for Trump anyway because they think that they're gonna get over. They don't want to be part of our community.
Yeah.
That's most people except for Carl. Carl's dumbass, the only one that want to come over here and hang out with the black people.
No, it's others like
Pamela Jones is asking, did anybody mention black jobs? Yeah, we talked about that. Was the beginning of the show, Pamela.
You guys go watch that back on YouTube, Pamela.
Yeah, Pamela also asked, how do we get young people to vote? Well, I don't know if you saw the video I showed with the rapper. I don't know the rapper, and I know I'm gonna get crap for this from Kevin and Tiffany because I don't know my rappers. So you know how I had that video label, rapper in green clothes. That's I remember that video. Who's that rapper? Who is that? Who is that rapper?
I don't even know. You said a rapper in green clothes.
I played it earlier, right? Do you know who that was?
I have no idea who you're talking about, Carl.
I played a video of a rapper talking to Vlad.
Oh, I didn't see the video because I'm not on.
You talking about Bootsy?
Okay, his name was.
Oh, Bootsy. Yeah, that's Bootsy.
That's
Yeah,
Bootsy.
yeah.
Bootsy is different. But Bootsy built his own little community with his own family. So Bootsy is different. He's not dumb, but he,
You know how you get young people involved though?
They
You
not
gotta have young people. You have people that they can relate to, not just rappers, but you gotta have like Biden's not good for getting the young people out. Obama was because Obama was youthful. You know, like somebody like a Gavin Newsom or even Kamala Harris probably, or even somebody younger would young people get excited
bring
about.
people in. He needs a street team. That's what he needs.
When
And that's
Obama was
what
running for
Kamala should have
office,
got him.
when
He
Obama
needs
was
a
running for
street team.
office, yeah, my brother and I used to go to the Obama rallies, and the lines. It was like he was like a rock star. It was this before he was president. He was running to be president, and we used to go to the colleges. We follow him around. We go down to the colleges. He'd be speaking at like Bowie State College or something. Man, the lines would be wrapped around the corner with cars and people just waiting to get a glimpse of it, to get inside. Those that didn't get inside were outside, lined up, listening to speakers of him. It was like a phenomenon. It was like a rock star. It was all young people though, and middle-aged people. It's hard to get that type of excitement, about a candidate that's running for president. So it is hard to get young people
Not
out.
if they're making you dry or doing something stupid every time you turn around. They do something stupid or say something or they falling asleep or something. But like I said, after this debate, I am for Biden.
And most of our rappers are jumping ship. Most of our rappers are talking about they're voting for Trump.
But if they looked at that debate and saw what was going on, they will be voting for Biden. I'm sorry.
They don't care. They don't look at it through your lens. They don't have the same lens that you have, Tiff. They're not looking at your lens. 50 Cent looking at his stock market. I mean, Trump passing all sorts of bills to help rich people. 50 Cent looking at his 4K, he's looking at his bank account. He's looking at his taxes he got to pay because Trump gives tax breaks to rich people. That's all he's thinking about. That's what 50 Cent and Ice Cube thinking about behind closed doors is they can pay less taxes if Trump get in. They don't give a fuck
But
about
why
that.
would they want to pay less taxes?
It was evident in the video I showed with the Vlad and the guy and the rapper Bootsy when they said they made more money. Both of those guys are millionaires. And they're saying that they made more money under Trump. So, of course, they made more money under Trump because when you're in that tax bracket, of course, all the tax breaks that Trump,
Remember Dave Chappelle was talking to some, he said he was talking to some poor white people. Yeah. And they were saying, he asking the poor white people, why you guys voting for Trump? He goes, he's not doing anything to help you. He's doing something to help me because I'm rich, you dumb mother effers. That's what he said. He said that to them. Yeah. Because they vote for him and they don't know why they're voting for him. They're just voting for him because he's white. They're not voting for him because they vote against their own interests. Like I said, they vote against Obamacare and they lost their health care. I can't get that out my head. It just blows me away every time I think about that. Like, you don't want health care because a black man's name is on it? Like, that's the dumbest thing I've heard in my life. Who cares whose name is on it? We go to the hospital.
We just pray
you have a heart attack.
Use their common sense, and really weigh out and balance out. And to be honest with you, I thought voting supposed to be your personal preference. That was something that you keep to yourself. Why?
Well, it was before social media.
Yeah, like
it was before social media. Because social media, everything's, social media now and everything's known. Like, everything's known on social media.
People losing their jobs and losing friendships over that shit.
Oh, hell yeah. I've lost a lot of friends since Trump's been in office. I've lost a lot of colleagues that I thought were my friends. So has Carl talk about all the time on the show. Carl and I both lost friends that, we broke bread with, traveled with, hung out with, people we've known for years. Trump gets in office, and now we see him on Facebook saying all this racist shit. And we're like, what? So yeah, I mean, yeah, it used to be back in our parents' days and our grandparents' days, you go to the ballot box, you close the curtain, you pull the lever, push the button for whoever you're voting for, you walk out, you don't tell nobody. Now you get on social media. If you don't like Biden, you go in there and you put a bunch of posts up about what a dickhead Biden is. Or you go on, you talk about what an asshole Trump is. That's just the way of the world we live in now. Social media has changed the game. So it is supposed to be
You're
personal.
right. Social media did change the game, but we also have free will and we have choice. So I hope that people use their free will and the right choice to pick who they want. And it's not only for presidency. We need it for the local too, because the local is what affects us. So we got to vote regardless to us. I don't really want people not to stop voting because I don't want to vote because of certain things, but I'm voting. I'm voting regardless. And definitely after this.
So
This
here's
thing-
the video. This is why Trump is popular and why Trump will always be popular and why America is racist and why America will always be racist. Because this woman is not alone. There are millions more just like her. And
you better believe it. I can't even see the video right now, but go ahead. Let me hear it.
They were a slave. They were given housing, food, clothing, medical care.
From what you said, it sounds like you were born before the civil rights movement.
Oh, yeah.
So black people couldn't buy houses in your lifetime when you were maybe a
I'm
baby.
well aware of that.
You were 5. So you don't think there's any downstream effect?
I felt depressed at that time,
Yeah.
but that's what Martin was trying to correct. Right now, I see so many people living off the government handout.
I'm pretty sure welfare use per capita is higher in red states than blue states.
Yes, but there's so many people living off of the government handouts. And that is not that much farther away from slavery. They were a slave. They were given housing, food, clothing, medical care. The people asked them to work. Yes, there were landowners that were violent and mean to some of them, but there were others that were humanistic. The Civil War was something that no one could do anything about because the whites, quote unquote, whites from the South are not the only ones that had slaves. Slaves are all over the world. Slaves still exist today.
You think there's a direct effect from slavery to how black Americans are able to live today?
No, I don't. They have a chance to learn. They live in the best country in the world. If they open their eyes and listen, instead of just focusing on their little area and people that they hang out with, they would learn a lot.
Hey, Carl, my doctor also says to keep my blood pressure down.
I wanted to jump through the phone and be like, listen, Karen, mind your business. People are very ignorant. I told you that Chelsea lately did a show. You see that lady said we gave them food, they all feel like that. We don't give you food, education, we gave you clothes, we gave you opportunity. And what? And then, welfare. But welfare is mostly white people is on welfare.
This
More
country,
than we are.
this country is the only country in the world that built its wealth off of cattle slavery. Black people were treated like, cattle slavery. If you look it up, this is the only country that did that. Yeah, there was slavery all over the world, but cattle slavery, like that lady. You know what I would tell her to do if I was talking to her? I'll tell her to go to work for free for the rest of this year and let your boss keep your paycheck. That's what I would tell her.
She's not going like that. She's not going like that.
Why not? That's what we did. That's what my ancestors did.
Word,
So-
you're not lying. You're right.
So that's what she should do.
But they
She
would
should
never
go to
want to
work
switch
tomorrow.
places
She go to
with
work
us.
the rest of this year. What is it? July 1st is tomorrow, right? She should go from July all the way to January 1st and work for free 5 days a week for her job. And every time she gets a check on
already know
Friday,
the whites don't want us.
when she gets a check on Friday, she gives it over to her boss. Or more importantly, give it to a black man. And then
the
let's
whites is
see how
not
she
trading
feels.
places with us, Cam. You know they're not trading places with us. I
Because
think they should.
no, they don't want to trade places. But she don't.
They're not trading places with us.
No, that was complete ignorance. But she needs to be schooled, and that's a lack of education. I don't know where she's from, but that's just. But no, that's because when they're not taught in school. We're taught in school. We're taught in school that Christopher Columbus came here and discovered America. We're taught all this other BS. We're not taught what we need to be taught in school. Yeah, all lies. We're not taught in school anything that we need to know to be productive human beings. We're not taught about taxes. That's the first thing they should talk about in the 7th grade is your taxes. You know, as soon as you get to 7th grade,
Saving money.
yeah, saving money, paying your taxes, credit score, that should be taught in the 6th grade. You know, all this stuff is not taught. By the time you find this stuff out when you're in your 20s, you're already fucked up. You know, it's too late. Like, what? Credit? What's that? You know, credit score. You know, so yeah, so yeah, that lady, man.
But
Oh my God.
It's not just slavery. You got to remember, and I know I'm preaching to the choir here because all you guys were here long before I was. But I mean, it's things you just couldn't do just because you're black. The things you could not do. You couldn't, if you go shopping, you couldn't try on clothes. You couldn't try on a hat. Just a simple hat. You know what I mean? If you were walking down the street and there were white people coming on the same side, you had to cross the street. Even if there were water in the street or whatever, mud, whatever, you had to get in the mud, get in the water. You know what I mean? It was just the entire system was against you. From the time you leave your house, you had to take your hat off and you see
and to this day.
You know what I mean?
Yes, they call, like I said on this show before, 4 years ago or 3 years ago, we had to take all our black pictures off the wall in this house.
I told somebody that
because the banker was coming through. The banker was coming through doing appraisal, and I had to pull down all my, in my office. I got pictures of myself because I'm an egotistic maniac, right? So I got all these pictures of myself from all my shows all over the world. I had to take all that stuff off the wall. All famous people on my wall. Denzel Washington.
Just to get a good price.
Yeah, take all. Patricia had to hide the pictures of her family. I had to hide pictures of. I had to turn the pictures on my desk. A picture of my mom, picture of my sister, picture of my brother. I had to put all that shit down. I had to turn all the pictures over. So I take every picture off my wall. The only picture I left on the wall was a picture of Sammy Davis Jr. and Frank Sinatra. I didn't take that down, but all the other stuff was taken down.
Sammy Davis Jr. had a pass.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the Rat Pack, that was a picture of the Rat Pack. That could be anybody. But I took all the other pictures off my wall, and hid everything. And so this was in this day and age, she would never have to go through that with her, or anybody in her family would never have to do that, That happens to black people all over America, not just in New York, So it's happened thousands of times, I'm sure. It's a shame for that lady, to sit there and say that and be that ignorant, But nobody's going to check her because she's not going to sit and listen. You lock her in a room with Dr. Umar for an hour, she'll have a heart attack.
Yeah, because she's going to be like, that nigga trying to attack me with words.
Yeah, she'll have a heart attack. She'll get schooled, She needs to sit and listen to. And she's a Martin.
She's not the only one, Kev. She's not the only one.
Martin.
It's many of them. Many of
and
them.
who you think she voting for?
She's voting for Trump. And like I said, it's many of her that feel like we done gave you schooling, we done gave you this, we done gave you that. What else do you want? Yeah. And that's horrible because we want a lot. We want peace of mind. You have not gave us peace of mind in damn near 400 years.
You know what's funny? Check out this video.
Seem to be dissatisfied with everything. Just what do you want?
I'm not dissatisfied with everything. What you are able to see with your analytical mind is that everything that is offered doesn't produce what it's supposed to produce. And I'm just telling you that it doesn't produce what it's supposed to produce.
Well, what is your ultimate aim?
The only way the problem can be solved. First, the white man and the black man have to be able to sit down at the same table. The white man has to feel free to speak his mind without hurting the feelings of that Negro. And the so-called Negro has to feel free to speak his mind without hurting the feelings of the white man. Then they can bring the issues that are under the rug out on top of the table and take an intelligent approach to get the problem solved. That's the only way that they'll ever do it. We need an action program while we are Muslims, or while we are Christians, or while we are whatever we are. We still need an action program that will eliminate these evils that are in our community. And this is what we're trying to do with the Muslim Mosque Incorporated.
That white dude was telling Malcolm, you want everything. What's wrong with wanting everything?
Why not? We all are human beings. We just different hues of colors. Why can't we get what you got? You understand? Or why we can't get what it better?
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed to have nothing but black jobs.
I'm telling you, Trump just gave everybody something to make money off of, and that's. I'm telling you, I think he should deal with just business type things on another. I don't think he should run the country.
First of all, what's his name? Barack Obama was the only president in our history that had to show his birth certificate, and Trump is the reason for that.
And I would have showed it to him, and then I would have paper cut him with it right
He,
across his
he
face.
shouldn't even Barack. He shouldn't even showed it to him. He should have told him to kiss his ass.
Well,
But
that's how I feel about Biden being in that
he
debate.
didn't show it. He did show it to him to shut him up, but it didn't shut him up. You know, it didn't shut up
He
his
kept
people.
going, right?
Yeah, he still kept going because he never said, "Okay, I see your birth certificate." He never apologized. Same way he never apologized to the Central Park Five when they were
That was
exonerated.
funny too. Did you
He never
see that?
apologized to them. You know, Biden had so much ammunition on him to tear his butt up, but he wasn't able to do it the other night. We could have buried Trump. And you know what? Everybody talk about Kamala Harris. If she was up there debating Trump the other night, she would embarrass him. She would have embarrassed his ass.
Well, I hope so, because she's intelligent, and I hope she would have used.
Well, she's
all
also
her
a prosecutor.
intelligence on his ass.
She's also a prosecutor, and
Yeah.
prosecutors know how to talk. She would have bust Biden's ass in a worse way the other night if she was up there talking. That's another reason. If she becomes the nominee, if Biden does step down and Kamala, you think Trump's going to debate her? Hell no. Hell
He's
no.
picking and choosing who he's going to debate.
Highly favored said here in California, class of 2030 has to pass financial education to graduate high school. I think that is so great that kids have to pass a financial education. You know, hopefully it'll teach them how to start a business.
Yes.
This is in the inner schools, or they talking about just in a general of all schools? Because you know they teaching that in the white schools and the just other schools, but they just giving it to us now.
Yeah.
We had those before. That was economic classes.
That's true. We did have economics in school,
Yeah,
right?
we had all of that. They took that away. They took all
Economics,
of that away.
yeah.
We had trade. They taught them how to build stuff,
Yeah, the
electricity.
trade
They
class.
took all
Yeah.
of that stuff. They knew what they was doing. They wanted to cut us down because they know those jobs is mad money. Those black jobs
Yeah.
is money.
We're talking about, you know, that white lady that was saying that, you know, we had it kind of good. We got food and clothes and stuff. But just weeks ago, there's a white couple in, I don't remember what state, but they adopted some black kids and had them in a raggedy shed.
Locked up and everything.
Locked up, had forced them to work. They were, you know, so. And last week we played a video of Reggie Jackson talking about how he was treated during baseball, and he played baseball in the 70s and 80s. That wasn't so long ago.
I'm into the martial arts thing real big. So the UFC is the big martial arts league, right? You know, it's like the big thing right now, the UFC. One of the big UFC fighters, Michael Chandler, who's a champion UFC fighter, white guy, married. He adopted two black kids. And so it was a lot of talk online about that, about Michael Chandler adopting these two black kids, you know. And he said on ESPN, I'm not raising black kids, I'm raising kids. And he caught a lot of heat for that too, because, you know, a lot of black people were saying, you know, that's not the right philosophy, because yeah, you're raising kids, but those kids, when they become teenagers, they're still black. So the question is, how do white people raise a black baby to be a black man, you know, because these kids are going to grow up and become teenagers. And Michael Chandler makes a lot of money. He's a very well-off financially man, probably a millionaire at this point, right?
It was in West Virginia.
In West Virginia?
Yes. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, of all places, West Virginia, holy shit. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, like, how do these, and I know it happens a lot, like a lot of white people adopt black kids.
I don't think it should come with how you say, warning signs.
What's the actress? What's the actress from the movie Speed? What's her name? Sandra Bullock adopted two black kids.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of them. It's a whole heap of them. Even what's her name? She turned her two little boys into two little girls. Thurman or something like that. Her name is Thurman, Charlize
Thurman.
Thurman or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thurman.
Thurman,
Is it
Uma Thurman, yeah.
no,
She's,
Charlize.
Angelina Jolie. I know she adopted black
She
kids.
adopted someone.
Yeah, her and Brad Pitt. Yeah.
They should not adopt black children unless they have black aunties or uncles to help raise them, because they will never know the experience. I was watching something on Dr. Phil. This young lady was raised. Her mother's white, her father's black. Do you know she's beating her mother? She's abusing her. You can't be beating no black mother. Are you crazy? Because she don't have no order. They let their children do what they want to do. I'm sorry, in my eyes, what I have saw with that, I think that every mixed child should have a black auntie like me. I'm sorry.
My first wife was adopted by white parents. My wife Ann.
Oh.
My first wife was adopted by white parents. Yeah. So yeah, it's a weird thing. I mean, they gave Ann a good home. You know, they took her out of a very poor situation. They gave her a good home. She went off to college because she was given a good upbringing. She was given a chance at life that she wouldn't have had probably if she stayed in her situation, right? So it's really a catch-22 because as a woman of color being raised, her and her sister were both adopted by the same white parents. So
What did they have they couldn't have had a black experience.
no, well, they did when they met me. Anyway, but I'm just saying.
So we get ready to wrap it up. So a few topics left, and I'll let you guys pick. There's I think I sent you guys a video of a brother talking about how much nicer white women are. I know if I know highly favored if she's watching this. I know she's very pro brothers and sisters being together.
I can't even see Tiffany right now, but I know her hair stand up like Don King right now.
You see me, right?
It's a topic today. Been kind of tense. I figure I'd lighten it up. This brother said that he knows why. He can see why brothers go for white women because they're so much nicer.
Why? Because they don't want to look at a black woman because it reminds them of his mother.
Okay, so we're gonna get into it. We're gonna have a little fun coming on to the end.
That's not no fun.
Man, there will be no fun with Tiffany. Tiffany's oversensitive ass.
You see me? I'm like,
just hear the brother out. Just hear what he has to say. Just hear him out.
One of the most pro-black people you're gonna meet, right? And I understand the importance of black family and things like that. I remember I went to this printing shop. The girl at the counter, when I say this girl was so nice, I thought she liked me. She probably didn't, right? In hindsight, she probably didn't. It was probably just the white girl niceness. But in that moment, I realized this is why men fall head over heels for white women and foreign women. Because when you become so accustomed to our women, who even when they like you, they're going to look at you and talk to you and treat you like you ain't worth a damn.
What you want with your big head? Right.
A compliment from our women is, oh, you think you look good. Where you think you going? That's a compliment. So when you experience the complete opposite, there's a movie, Denzel Washington movie, Equalizer.
And tell me, who cooks for you?
I'm sorry?
Who cooks for you?
Here? Now?
Home, in America. Who prepares your meals?
I do.
I would love to show you the real food of Altamonte. Would you come with me?
He was probably wet in that scene. Sweating. Because a lot of men were. They were like, what? This exists?
Follow Tiffany, I don't know how your eyes didn't follow the back of your head.
My eyes is falling back in the back of my head. You didn't see? First of all, he just mad because a lot of black women ain't talking to him because he's giving off that energy, okay? Not everybody's gonna be rolling up to you. Hi, that poppy, that poppy, that poppy. Nobody's gonna be doing all of that, okay? First of all, black women do give out compliments. If she loves her man, she's gonna love her man to the ends, to the wins, to everything. So don't even try to play us. And y'all really think that white water is better over there? I wish you would try that somewhere in the 50s, the 60s, matter of fact, the 30s, and maybe sometime today, go to Mississippi and try to mess with one of their white daughters. They're going to tear your ass up. You're going to come up missing. Okay? So I don't like when he feel like the white water is better over there.
I don't think that's what he's saying, Tiff.
What?
I don't think that's what he's saying. I think he's.
Did you just hear what he said? It was just so like he was
I'm just
wet.
saying, Tiff. Two things can be true. Two things can be true, Tiff. You're right and he's right. I hate to say it. You both are right. The grass is not greener on the other side, as they say. You know, and you could, a sister is always going to be better for a black man than a white woman. I believe that from my heart, right? But what he's saying is true in some cases. It happens. I hear it all the time. I hear these stories all the time throughout my life, and I've seen it with my own eyes. I just had this conversation. I'm not gonna put my family business out there, but I just had this conversation with my sister today, almost about the same thing. We had the same conversation. My sister's married. She wasn't talking about herself, but we're talking about a family member, And I don't put my family business out there, but we had the same conversation today, and I schooled her on it, and I think she agreed with me. So it's that goes back to the whole thing about these basketball players marrying white women, and it's going back to that whole thing again that a lot of these brothers, before they got to college and started balling, probably couldn't get a black girlfriend, and got turned down 1,000 times by good-looking, hot-ass sisters, good-looking internet model sisters, fine-ass sisters, turned them down. But the moment they got that big check coming in and they're driving that freaking 2024 Lincoln Navigator with the Lamborghini doors, things change. You know what I'm saying? So it's different when you're an NBA player and you pull up in $100,000 car and you got all that money. Now all these fine-ass sisters want to flock to you when they all turned you down before you got the money.
Listen, I get
but
it.
But the bunnies, and using my boy's words, snow bunnies, they don't turn you down. The snow bunny's gonna date the brother.
Because they like the chocolate stick.
Okay, then the sister should like the chocolate stick. The sister should like it just as much then. How about that?
Listen, I ain't never said
okay, so the sister should like the chocolate. If you work at Five Guys, don't mean you can't get a fine ass girl, right? But if you work at Five Guys, the same fine ass girls that only gonna date an NFL player is not gonna look at you. Carl says on this show all the time, Jay-Z can walk into Panera Bread and see this fine ass sister in there and ask her out on a date. And he's a billionaire. Beyonce can walk into that same restaurant and she would never ask the brother behind that counter out on a date. Am I correct, Carl?
Absolutely.
Y'all
Thank you.
don't know that.
Oh,
anything is possible to happen.
There's evidence of super rich men marrying women with nothing, but there's not. I don't have any evidence of super rich women.
I don't have no evidence of it. I'm not saying it haven't happened on the planet.
It is out there where women ain't. If they got money, they don't. It does. What about love? Did anybody forget about love?
Yeah. Why can't Beyonce love the guy at Five Guys? That's all I'm saying. Hey, there's some good-looking brothers. There's probably some good-looking brothers at Five Guys that look much better than ugly-ass Jay-Z, right? But
first of all, why y'all keep calling him? And I don't like that either. Why people be calling him ugly? Let me tell you something. You got a swagger, and you are a nice person, and you're a cool person. All your ugliness is gonna sway away.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Tiffany. I agree with you. Jay-Z can have that same swagger at Five Guys. He's not marrying Beyonce.
All right. I done saw many. I done saw many Beauty and the Beast.
But let me ask you something, Tiffany. And this question is going out to Highly Favored also. But don't you think there's some things that Black women can learn from other cultures? Or you're saying that you guys don't need to know anything? You're perfect.
No, You know why? Because we are the originals. We made everything. You think my grandmother used to get up and cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner by 12 o'clock. Okay?
Right.
And taking care of her husband, cooking
But
and
I'm
cleaning and
talking
doing all
about
that.
So did my grandmother. You're absolutely right about that, Tiff. Now we agree on that.
No, we're the
But women aren't
original.
the same that way no more. Our grandmothers are a woman of the past. And my
But they
mom
still,
and my sister may still be that type of person because they learned from my grandmother. But a lot of these girls today aren't that type anymore, you know.
well, they need not to be
I
with
talked to my
whole
sister today. She's
mentality
about to cook.
chicks.
My sister cooked dinner today for her husband. You know,
That's
my mom
beautiful.
is gonna cook dinner for her husband today, and my grandmother cooked for her husband every day. My grandfather, but that's not the way it is anymore. These young
Well,
girls now, they're not cooking anymore like that.
because this is a whole culture, and these men want to be with these girls. Let me tell you something. A man will pick the toxic relationship, the toxic
Oh, it's the
girl,
man's
before
fault
they'll
now.
pick a nice, clean-cut girl.
It's the man's fault. Okay.
I didn't say it was the man's fault. I'm just saying. I have saw it. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. And the same thing, let me say, you have women too, because my sister talked about this, where you have women that they are not even good, but they men are good men. And they know the girl is not a good person, but they men love them. You understand what I'm saying? So it's vice versa. It can happen either way.
When I was overseas on the military, I was doing a lot of shows on military bases. Back in the 90s and the early 80s, and the 80s and the 90s. I was traveling overseas a lot. And I was in Japan and Italy and Spain and Germany and London and Iceland and all these places where we have military bases. And in the Far East, you know, Korea. And I talked to a lot of the sisters on these bases, and they all told me the same thing. They said, we don't get no black men over here. They all run to the Filipino girls, the Asian girls, I talked to this, and they all run to them. All the
Because
brothers
they
over
was
there,
trained to serve the
and the white. It wasn't
master.
just the brothers though; it was the white men
To
too.
serve the master.
But it wasn't just the brothers though; it was the white men too. They all had Asian wives. When you see a white man with Asian girl walking through the streets of America, most likely he's in the military and met her overseas. That's all I'm saying. And brothers too. So a lot of these guys marry these girls in these other countries, and they bring them back
They
here.
submissive and they do what daddy say do, and they're manageable.
And what's wrong with that? You sound like that's a
And they're
problem.
manageable. That's right.
Manageable. Well, why can't sisters be manageable?
It's sisters out there that is manageable. It's just
So,
that some men don't pick manageable, and some women don't pick good men. It's a vice versa thing. So I don't want them to just be
I don't know what's wrong with
saying
being
it.
submissive and manageable. Just being a sweetheart. Like the Denzel clip. The lady offered to take him and cook some amazing food for him, or give him some amazing food, right?
But that was sexy. That was beautiful.
It
When
was.
somebody is attracted to somebody, you don't have no problem like, baby, let me cook something for you.
All
Or
right,
baby,
so
let me do this for you. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. When you are into somebody, you would do those. I don't care what
but Dr.
color you
Umar would have
are.
told Dr. Umar would have told her, no, I'm going over here to the hot dog stand.
No, but I think Dr. Umar probably would have considered her as a brown woman because I thought she was brown.
Well, that was Italy, right? That was shot in Italy. So I guess they are brown in a way, right?
Ninjas up in there.
Well, yeah, they're a little brown over there. They don't want to admit it, but they are.
So
We know the whole Italy story. We know that Italy is right next to Africa. We know the whole mixing thing. They don't want to ever admit that, you know. But
they don't want to admit
we know the story, you know.
All right, check out this clip.
Now look at the difference between these two women.
For better.
For better.
For worse.
For worse.
For richer.
For richer.
For poorer.
For poorer.
We hit that snag about 20 times in counseling. Brill made it very clear to Jonathan, you cannot be broke. In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And to obey.
We didn't talk about that one in counseling.
We did talk about that in counseling. Yes, we did. So you want me to repeat that again? You want to just keep going?
I think we can keep going.
All right.
I will forever submit to you.
I'll forever respect you, Miles. I'll forever honor you, Miles. As the head of our home, I will become that woman that builds the home as I follow you, as you follow Christ. That is the only thing that we will do in our household. And I promise and I vow that in heaven they hear. On earth I declare and decree, I shall be a submissive wife unto you as we continue to do this work of God. Because to us, this is beyond just love. This is about God. This is about kingdom. This is about our duty, reflecting to the world what true marriage, what God really intends for marriage to be. I honor you, Miles. And I love you with my all.
Here's what the feminists fail to acknowledge and hope you don't realize. Women in the Christian world, where the Bible has taken root and shaped the culture, are the freest, most prosperous, most protected women on the face of the earth.
Wow. Damn.
So
Listen,
Is she single?
I thought the first one was funny. He already knew how his fiance, what type of person she was. The first one. But the second one, I think that's beautiful. If you want to honor your husband, you want to honor your man, it's nothing wrong with doing that. You're supposed to honor and salute your man, and your man's supposed to honor and salute you.
So Pamela Jones said, I can't cook. I guess I can't be sweet. I don't think that was the message, but I guess if you marry Pamela, it's fish sticks and Pop-Tarts.
No, you marry her. Her husband have to be a cook. You have to balance these things off. She's not a cooker, so she needs a man that knows how to cook. That can probably teach her how to cook.
I don't think the cooking was the main thing in that.
I know, right?
It was how the woman kind of submitted herself to the man, how she kind of became kind of vulnerable. You know what I mean? And like the girl I was getting married, I said, I submit to you. I submit myself to you. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
So Pamela, we live in the DoorDash era, so you're good.
Yeah, but I think that's beautiful. It's so deep that today would have been 51 years my mother and father would have been together.
Wow.
But once you make that union, I think that today you got to remember a lot of people came from broken homes. A lot of people don't know what a relationship is, or even how to have one, or they never saw their mother have a good relationship, or their father have a good relationship. So, if she wants to submit to her man, so be it. But make sure it's healthy submitting. You don't want to submit and he's slapping the shit out of you behind closed doors. You understand what I'm saying? Or your woman is abusing you. It's all about healthiness and balance.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not going to categorize all Black women, because whenever you categorize, you always get in trouble. When people categorize all people from the Caribbean, it upsets me.
It's a percentage, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that there's a lot of Black women that could be a little softer and a little nicer.
Yeah, I believe that too.
I believe they can learn from other cultures. I'm sure other cultures can learn from Black women. And I'll tell you what I love about Black women. I love how Black women defend their men. I love that.
They will fight. They will cut your ass.
If the police show up for their Black man, he's not going to jail. We going to jail.
Right.
That.
Yeah. We support our men.
I'll tell you, in Barbados, if the police show up for me and I'm married to or I'm with a Bajan woman, I'm going to jail. There's no we going to jail. There's no she's fighting and telling the police get off my man. And
she said, "I see you when you get back."
Exactly. She's kind of and that's true. It's kind of a car will go with the police. They're not. They know what's best. I'll see when you get back. That kind of thing. So I love
that. And you don't want no woman like that. You want somebody that's gonna fight for you.
Yes.
Or be like, I'm gonna be here, stand by your side. Everybody, like you said, it's a percentage. It's not everyone that's like this. We're not saying it's like everyone. Right. Everybody is different. Everybody deal with their man, their women different. Right. Everybody deal with their marriage differently.
Every culture has something that another culture can learn. That's what I believe.
Oh, I don't think I need to. Well, for me, again, because you have to say that because people be swearing. You be saying, I don't think I need to learn how to be a better woman to a man. My mother taught me how to you know, how she loved my father, regardless to what. She loved my father and she took care of him to his last breath, just like I did. So it's all about the individual and how she loves.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, those clips, in my opinion, just that a lot of black men, there's a group of men called Passport Bros. A lot of black men are leaving America. They're going to Philippines,
Oh,
Thailand, Colombia, Brazil, and they're looking because they're saying the women over there are a lot nicer and easier to deal with, and that
and
kind
their money is cheaper over there too.
of,
And a lot of them are getting their ass killed too. Almost last year, 10 of them died. So
yeah.
yeah, be careful, Passport Bros.
Well, I'm here to piss off Tiffany real quickly. Called my second wife.
Yeah.
We know you had a variety.
Brazil.
My second wife was from Brazil, from Rio de Janeiro, and so she's a sweetheart. But they also crazy ass women. I've realized this, that women don't care where you come from. You're crazy as shit. Women are crazy
They
as shit.
still women.
They're still women.
Okay, she's still
crazy
gonna
as hell.
snap her fingers and move her head. She's just gonna say it in another language.
I've been cussed out in Portuguese a million times.
Okay.
Yeah, women are just crazy all over the world, man. Trust me.
All
But
around the world.
but she had her submissive moments. So yeah, she's a sweetheart.
So okay, so what's up? Miss B's checking in from YouTube, and she took offense to something Scooby D2 said.
Uh-oh.
Not sure what he said, but she said, Scooby D2, in defense of Tiff, I take offense. Know what you speak on. I'm kind of looking for what Scooby D2 said.
Yeah, let me go look. I'm getting
Talking about Tiff? Talking about Tiff?
Yeah, I don't know. Miss B came.
And I'm jet lagged too, y'all. I am jet lagged.
Miss B, Tiffany's defense on something.
Thank you.
Scooby D2 said.
What Scooby D2 said about me?
I called Tiffany yesterday, and I called Tiffany yesterday. He says, Kevin, I'll just call to check on you, see how you doing. But I'm at a rodeo in Texas. I go, you had a rodeo in Texas? That's the last thing you expect to hear from Tiffany, right? I'm at a rodeo in Texas.
Yes, I was.
Damn, you went from rodeo in Texas to New York.
My family members and all over the few quads. I had
a rodeo in Texas to New York City. You got some culture shock going on, girl.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Did they play Beyonce song? Did they play Beyonce song?
Yes, they played Beyonce song, but the little girls was tearing it up. The little girls. Let me tell you something. The children are very active. I'll talk towards the end when we close out. I talk about my trip.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up because we know Tiffany, your show is on tonight, right? Your
Yes, it is.
Yes. So Kevin, before we go, anything you want to share or anything you learned tonight on the show?
I always learn a lot watching this show. I love the show. I love doing the show with you guys. Y'all are awesome. Tiffany, welcome back. Glad you had a good time. Hey, Carl, by the way, I just want to say, and I hope your family's safe over there in Barbados. There's a category, 3 or 4 bearing down on your island, brother.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware.
You didn't know that?
No, I was not aware.
Oh, wow. There's a category 4 hurricane hitting to Barbados right now.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought you knew that.
Sharing. Sending love to everybody in Barbados.
Yeah, stay safe, Carl's family over there. Yeah, it's a category 4, man. Bearing down on your island. I thought me and my sister was talking about this today. We talked, and I said, yeah, I'm watching the Weather Channel. Category 4 hurricane. I can't think of the name of the hurricane. Is heading towards Barbados right now. Direct hit, man. So yeah, I hope your loved ones over there is going to be okay, man.
Yeah, it'll be fine. They say God is watching over Barbados because if you look at the Caribbean islands, all the islands are in a row.
Yes.
Barbados is off to the east.
Right.
So 99% of the time, a hurricane sweeps through all the islands. It hits them all in a row. Boom, 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 boom. And
right.
Barbados. So every once in a while, we gotta,
Well, you get a chance, man. Check out if you get a chance. Google that weather report when you get off the show, man. Check it out, man. It's definitely heading that way, man. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, man.
You're welcome, bro.
All right. So, anything else you learned or want to share before we take off?
Yeah, I learned that I can't see my underwear. No, no, I learned a lot, man. No, it's a great show, everybody. Seriously, I just want to say that this is the most important election of our lifetime. Again, but this time it is dead serious because these folks ain't playing around. They have a master plan. They do not like the browning of America. They are sick of us getting a piece of this apple pie. They are sick of Hispanic people no longer cutting their lawn but living in houses next door to them, their size, because now they're making money. They no longer just cutting their lawn. They now own landscaping companies and they can afford a big house right next to you in your neighborhood. They're sick because we're not just doing black jobs. No, we're doing all sorts of jobs, and we're getting paid. And there's and all these people coming across the border that Trump trying to say are all murderers and rapists. They're just looking for a job to feed their kids. Most of them will do that. There'll be a few bad apples. There'll be a few bad apples, just like the white boys that run up in high schools and shoot innocent kids, and run up in movie theaters and shoot innocent people watching movies, and go into churches and synagogues and kill innocent people, in grocery stores and shoot innocent people with high-powered rifles. Those have been 99% of those people have been young white boys. But you don't see Trump talking about them, do you?
Okay.
He said nothing about them who terrified his name. Patricia and I used to go to the movie theater all the time. We ain't been to a movie theater in years. I want to go see Bad Boys 4 real bad. I ain't going to no damn movie theater. I'll wait till it come on Netflix. You ain't gonna catch me sleeping in the movie theater with no popcorn and bust my ass for a high rifle. So no. So yeah, we had to change our lifestyle because of these sick, crazy ass gun loving people out here, and most of them look like Trump. So yeah. So that's all I want to say is that we can play these games if we want to. Kamala Harris did this and she did that, not really having no facts on she did anything, just following along with what you hear on the internet without doing any research on your own. That's all I ask people is go to the internet, go to Google, do your own research. Don't listen to what you hear. Do your own research. You got a wealth of information right at your fingertips. You can do your own research. You do your own research and find out, is this woman a monster or she's just a hardworking woman living an American dream? And don't expect her to be perfect because nobody's perfect. She made some mistakes along the way, I'm sure. She did no dirt like everybody else. Oh, she slept with men on the way up the top. Everybody sleep with people, Ain't nobody listening to this show or doing anything that haven't slept with people, right? So we all sleep with people. So yeah. Oh yeah, she slept with so-and-so. So, so what? So what? She slept with somebody. Big deal. We all do. So nobody's perfect. That's all I'm saying.
Nobody's perfect. You're right.
Get off this lady's back. She's not perfect, and we shouldn't ask her to be perfect because the guy on the other side is a lying criminal scumbag. 34 counts. 34 counts. Felonies. You can't even, Carl and Tiffany, get most jobs in this. You can't get a job driving Uber if you got a felony.
But you can't even vote. You right? You can't even vote if you have a felony, right?
Right. But you can be the president. But you can be the president of the United States of America. If you're a felon, but you can't get a job at the grocery store bagging groceries if you're a felony. Please. That's all I got to say, man. People, stop BSing. Do your homework. Get it together. Don't let this man get back in office, because if you do, it's going to be too late to do anything about it when he starts putting
his crazy rhetoric.
These conservative judges and his racist followers. You got a lot of mean, racist Steve Bannon type people that follow him that can't wait for him to get in the White House so they can execute their plan. And they're planning. They're all planning. They're planning it. Well, we're fighting about this and fighting about that and worrying about all this stupid stuff. They're planning the takeover. That's all I'm saying. So we need to be smart. and not play around. We got about 18 weeks before this election, and we need to have it together, folks. So we need to get out and vote. Young people get out and vote. Old people get out and vote. Don't worry about Biden stumbling. Don't worry about Kamala Harris and what she did 20 years ago, whatever. We need to get out and vote. All right? That's all I got to say.
All right, Tiffany, anything you want to share? Or
So you know this is gonna be short because I don't got no time to be messing with y'all because I gotta go catch my show. No, but I'm just want to say, again, I want somebody that knows what they're doing, and that I don't really have to worry about any negative from people that follow them. You know, I was very dissatisfied with the what's going. It was a lot. So I just hope that people, yes, vote. Our people fought and died for voting. Vote. I know it's hard, but we need to vote for primaries, and we need to vote for locally. Period. We need to. So definitely also I think we was talking about our children, you know, being adopted by white people. Like I said, you giving children love. I'm for love, right? But I'm not for abuse. I'm not for taking advantage of, kidnap. I'm not for that. So I hope they throw the book at those people. And this is not the first time they done did this or had children in their custody, and nobody did anything about it. So that's an issue there. Also, I want to say I had an awesome time in Texas. If anybody that know me, I'm a history buff. And if y'all looked on my page, my brothers Kev and Carl, y'all saw that I went to Freeman's Memorial Cemetery, where 7,000 enslaved people were interred there. But it was interred there where the highway is at. They wound up digging them up and putting them in this little spot. Okay, so that's where you saw all the statues at. So
Wow.
I learned a lot there. I went to the African American Museum in Dallas. It
Wow.
was very good, very informative. I put pictures up. I learned a lot. Everybody has their history in each country, each state. They have their history, and Black people are there. Okay, and we really need to do more history about our people. And also, it was amazing to be with my family, the Fuquas. We had fun. We met people I never met before. I done saw people that I grew up watching, and it was just good to see family around. And yes, we was doing a rodeo. Everybody was cowboyed out. It was very nice. So I would recommend people get together with your family. Shout out to my cousins. They did an awesome job. Gwen, everybody, I just did very well. All the sisters, my cousins, they did very well. I can't go there because it was so many of us. But definitely thank you. And again, y'all, please, it's all about family. Love your family, be around your family, spend time around your family, okay? And make sure y'all like and subscribe and tell us what you think about the show. And make sure y'all definitely make the right choices, balance out, because we don't want to make no more mistakes.
Hey, Tiffany,
Yes.
you didn't get that ass on a horse, did you?
Now you want to hear something? I wanted to tell my cousins that, right? I would have loved to go to a ranch. I don't have to get on the horse. I would pet the horse. I don't have a problem. The kids would have loved the horses, but I can get on the horse as long as it's a stallion.
I'm about to say, I don't think the horse. Never mind.
You better stop talking. My buddy's sure. I better be worried about my thighs. You know, horseback riding hurts.
Yeah, it does. I heard. I've never been on a
In
horse
between your
before.
thighs, you don't move them a lot. You don't move those things like that a lot. Sure. So no, I didn't ride no horse.
All right, we can pet horses in upstate New York when you come visit.
You know what?
All right, I'm going to wrap it up with some words from Pamela Jones and Highly Favored. Pamela Jones says, vote, vote, vote. Vote,
vote, vote, vote. Yeah.
I don't know why people say my vote doesn't matter. I mean, voting has to do with the roads you drive on, if the potholes in your neighborhood, to how many police are in your department, the judges that sentence people to jail. If the judge doesn't look like you, there's a high possibility you might be doing more jail time. People don't realize that. The prosecutor, the sheriff, all that stuff's super important. So Pamela Jones says, vote, vote, vote. Highly Favored says, starting with making Juneteenth a national holiday for a generation.
Isn't it a national holiday?
Is it national now, or some states are still fighting it? I don't know. I don't know.
It must be that.
There's a few states, but it's a national holiday already. There's a few states I think opting out, but it's still a national holiday at this point. Yes.
I know New Hampshire fought Martin Luther King holiday. They were the last state.
Yeah. So did Arizona, thanks to our boy who I actually like, but John McCain fought against the King holiday being a
national holiday.
Yeah, being a national holiday. Yeah. John McCain. Yeah. Wow. Hey, okay, guys. Hey, no pun intended. I'll see y'all next week.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Kevin. I love you, brother. Take care.
Love you, man. Take care, bro.
Love you.
I love you too. And,
love you too.
Kevin's mom, thank you so much for giving us Kevin, and Tiffany's mom. Great job. Great job.
Thank you.
And thank you to Highly Favored for checking in. Scooby D2, I don't know what you said. I have to go back and read a comment.
You had a screenshot it or something.
Pamela Jones, shout out. Donna. Donna said she heard about the hurricane that's heading towards Barbados. It's named Beryl, B-R-Y-L.
Yes, Beryl. Yeah.
Who's Beryl? Who's Beryl?
Beryl.
Yeah.
Miss B, thank you for checking in, and all the other people. That's YouTube. Thank you for all those checking in on X and Facebook. We love you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified when we go live every Sunday, 7 p.m. Hugs and kisses. And Tiffany's now going to send her hearts. There you go.
Peace and love.
Peace and love, everyone.
All right.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow. The Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite. No more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know it, Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany. You'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We're giving you empathy. We gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries. We built all the schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. No. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.